G'day mates, and welcome back to our Australia to New Zealand voyage series. In this third installment, we're diving deep into the heart of Sydney, Australia, as we continue our 2-week Virgin voyage from the land down under to the land of the long white cloud, New Zealand. We're thrilled to take you along our Sydney adventure. From the stunning harbour views to the bustling streets, Sydney has so much to offer. In this episode, we'll be showcasing some of Sydney's must-visit spots, sharing our favourite experiences, and of course, giving you a taste of the Aussie lifestyle. So join us as we embark on another leg of our epic journey from Australia to New Zealand. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you never miss an adventure. Oh, it's really bright. G'day folks, and welcome to Sydney. If you've only just clicked on this video and you have no idea who I am,
or who I am, I'm Ludwig, and that was Chloe. We are Chloe and Ludwig.
I'd like to say welcome to the channel and thanks for joining us. Much better. We're currently on a 14-night cruise with Virgin Voyages on the beautiful Resilient Lady ship. This cruise is taking us from Australia all the way to New Zealand over 2 weeks with a ton of exciting stops along the way. So Sydney is our third stop of the cruise, and the exciting thing is that we're here overnight. So we have all day today, we stay here overnight, and then we have until around 2 p.m. tomorrow to explore. We haven't actually booked any shore excursions whilst here in Sydney. Number one is we actually kind of prefer to do our own thing and just have the flexibility to kind of move around on our own timeline. Number two, we don't have enough money to do the shore excursions because we're saving up for our wedding, and also shore excursions are not cheap. Instead, we're going to roam the city and just see what we get up to.
Plus, we went to dinner the other day and we met some local Sydneyans. Sydneydonians. I don't know what it is, but they're from Sydney and they told us what to do, so we're going to do that.
Today, friends, begins on an exciting note. Ludwig finally agreed to soak in the hot tub with me. Yes! Early mornings seem to be rather quiet in the hot tub zones on board, so this is about the only time I can convince him to join me. I can't think of a better way to start our Sydney adventures than relaxing in a hot tub with piping hot coffee and faint views in the distance of the city's surroundings. Oh, there is actually one other thing that can start the day off even better, and that, my friends, is a double footsie. If you haven't tried one of these yet, you're missing out. Arrival into Sydney was inching closer by the minute, but I had a rather exciting booking to attend to, a group HIIT class at the training camp. I enjoyed this so much last time, I ended up scheduling one about every second day. This class, however, will likely be the most memorable of all. Never in my wildest dreams did I envision that I would one day be lunging and battle roping next to the Sydney Opera House on a ship. Life is wild. This moment felt just as surreal as it looks. I must say, prime parking spot, Virgin. Post-workout, I make the most of my bar tab and the view by grabbing a protein smoothie and cozying up in one of these nice little cabana seats. Sydney, Australia is one of the most iconic and vibrant cities in the world. Situated on the east coast of Australia, Sydney is the capital of New South Wales and is known for its stunning harbour, iconic landmarks, beautiful beaches and diverse cultural scene. A must-visit destination here in Sydney, which also happened to be just a stone's throw away from our ship, is a place called The Rocks, a historic neighbourhood located at the southern end of the Sydney Harbour Bridge, renowned for its cobblestone streets, colonial-era buildings, and vibrant atmosphere. So cute! Once a rough and tumble area, populated by convicts and sailors, The Rocks is now a bustling hub of fancy shops, restaurants, galleries, and markets. Whoa! Some mega steep stairs here. Ludwig is so excited about it. Visitors can explore its rich history through heritage walks, guided tours, and visits to attractions such as the Museum of Contemporary Art Australia and Cadman's Cottage, Sydney's oldest surviving residential building.
I was with Ludwig, but I didn't see where he went. Oh, hang on.
I saved you a seat. Look at that view.
Look at that view. Wow.
With rumbling tummies, we head off to the highly recommended Darling Square. On the way, we are spoiled with views of the beautiful Darling Harbour. Darling Harbour is a vibrant waterfront precinct located in the heart of Sydney. It's one of the city's most popular tourist destinations and a hub for entertainment, dining, shopping and cultural activities. It's home to many attractions including an aquarium, a zoo, maritime museum and event spaces like the International Convention Centre. And fun fact, I have actually attended several conferences here myself. What we were most interested in, however, was located right next to the harbour, Darling Square, home to a mix of 40 plus restaurants and 20 cuisines from some of Sydney's best local operators. We had heard that the ramen was particularly good here, and we waste no time in grabbing some noodles. We wandered by a place called Hakatamon Ramen. Hopefully I'm saying that right. And we were so glad we did. This was one of the best ramen dishes we have ever eaten. It was jam-packed, full of taste, textures, and melted in your mouth. We were even discussing heading back to Sydney as soon as possible to eat this ramen. Next on the agenda is Luna Park, but to get there we walk across the Sydney Harbour Bridge. We are currently walking across the Sydney Harbour Bridge.
Sure.
What a Thursday. Not only can you walk across it, but if you like heights and a little bit of adventure, you can also climb up here. I believe this was actually one of the shore excursions on offer, so these guys are probably from our cruise. Construction of the bridge began in 1923 and was completed in 1932. It spans across the Sydney Harbour, connecting the central business district with the North Shore suburbs. The bridge is approximately 134 metres high and stretches over 1,100 metres in length. It carries vehicles, pedestrians and rail traffic, with 8 lanes for vehicles and 2 railway tracks. The bridge obviously offers breathtaking panoramic views of the Sydney Opera House, the harbour, the city skyline and our home on water with the prime parking spot. Luna Park is an amusement park located just on the other side of the Harbour Bridge, in Sydney's North Shore. It first opened its doors in 1935 and has since become a beloved destination for tourists and locals. Situated at Milsons Bay, overlooking the Sydney Harbour, Luna Park is renowned for its nostalgic atmosphere, colourful attractions and distinctive entrance, featuring a large smiley face known as Old King Cole. The park offers a variety of rides and entertainment options suitable for visitors of all ages, including roller coasters, Ferris wheels, carousels and fun houses. On this particular day, Luna Park was very busy with long lines and children everywhere, keeping in mind we were here right in the middle of the Christmas holidays in Australia. So, needless to say, this put Ludwig off jumping on any of the rides with me unfortunately, so we instead walked around, took it all in and then headed off to find some coffee nearby. Located just next door to Milsons Point was a cute neighbourhood called Kirribilli, home to plenty of cafes, restaurants and parks. After walking for most of the day, it was the perfect spot to rest our legs and gather some energy before we make our way back across the bridge and home to our ship for a special snack. Now to refuel with an absolute Aussie classic, the mighty Vegimmite. How to describe Vegimmite? It's dark, it's thick, it's salty, and it packs a punch. Some say it's an acquired taste, but once you've embraced its savoury goodness, there is no turning back. To truly enjoy this yeasty magic, I recommend spreading it thinly on toast with melted butter. Avoid scooping out a thick dollop, as I've seen so many make this mistake before. Now it was time for Ludwig to finally get a taste of this Australian delicacy.
Nah, don't want it. Take it away. Vegimmite is a thick, dark brown Australian food spread made from leftover brewers' yeast extract.
What does it smell like?
It smells like a horse's foot.
Can you describe the taste to me?
It tastes like an old shoe. It tastes like a sweaty old shoe. Like a 2-year-old sweaty workout shoe. That's what it tastes like. Ugh. Why do people eat this?
Do you recommend others to try this?
No.
Thanks for that, Ludwig.
How do you eat that with a straight face?
I genuinely love it. I feel like the only reason you would like Vegimmite is if you've been brought up with Vegimmite as a child. I can totally understand why people don't want to eat it. The minute it goes into your mouth, it melts straight away. And because it is so tangy and it's such a strong, distinct taste, it makes your mouth like burst with saliva. When you eat a lemon or something or a sour treat, you salivate. That's what happens when you eat Vegimmite. Gives you a little zing. Honestly though, if you're going to try it, highly recommend putting it on a warm piece of toast with butter melted. Even better, some cheddar cheese on top melted. Oh, even better, put some salted crisps on top and another slab of bread and eat it as a sandwich. Ooh, that is the combo right there. Alright, we're about halfway through the cruise and tonight feels like a glass of wine, takeaway pizza, in bed, and a movie. Fun fact as well, I didn't know this until Ludwig found it on the Virgin Voyages website, but you can indeed bring 2 bottles of wine on the voyage with you. We did also buy a bar tab that includes things like coffee, cocktails, wine, etc. But I thought, may as well bring a bottle of wine as well with me, plus I got this for free in one of our hotel stays before we hopped on the ship, so that's quite handy. And it's pizza in bed. Cute little takeaway boxes. American pie, classic. And what did you prepare earlier?
I just prepared a little something.
Ooh, do you see that, guys? That is an exciting night ahead. The pizza aboard Virgin is phenomenal. It's all freshly cooked to order, and we loved the personalised sizes. As much as we enjoy going to see shows and out to fancy restaurants, we also love to have an early night in like this. I think it's especially good to have a mix of both on a longer cruise like this one. With our very action-packed days at port, we really do try to prioritise our sleep. Speaking of sleep, I am so excited to introduce the sponsor of today's video, Manta Sleep, your ultimate sleep solution. Fun fact, did you know that we spend around a third of our lives sleeping or attempting to do so? So in my eyes, we may as well do everything we can to improve and optimize sleep so we can have the energy to create and live our absolute best lives. Wow! With Manta Sleep's innovative and luxurious sleep mask, you can say goodbye to restless nights and hello to deep, rejuvenating sleep. It's crafted with premium materials and designed for ultimate comfort. The Manta Sleep Mask blocks out all light, like 100% blackout, which creates the perfect sleep environment. I can't see a thing. You have to see this for yourself. Get ready for an amazing sleep. I'm so glad I get to work with Manta Sleep. This is so cool. I really do think you are all gonna love this mask. It is so incredibly comfy. Oh, it just fits onto the eyes perfectly. I'm gonna wear this on every single flight, and I'm gonna wear this on every single sleeper train. This is my new little travel companion, that's for sure. Its adjustable eye cups ensure a custom fit for every shape, allowing you to drift off into dreamland without any distractions. Wake up feeling refreshed, energized, and ready to take on the day with Manta Sleep. Guess what the coolest part is, my friends? You can get yourself 10% off your own luxury sleep mask. Just head to mantasleep.com, just insert that little code below. Let's all get a wonderful night's sleep together so we can live our best lives. This is so cool. I'm so excited for Ludwig to try his. Yay! To kick off our day, we headed to Razzle Dazzle for breakfast, which we were particularly excited for as it was our first visit in the morning here. Each meal at Razzle Dazzle begins with a selection of treats like croissants, scones, and apple cruffins, as displayed here. To start, Ludwig got the nutty gazpacho, complete with cucumbers, peppers, almonds, roasted garlic, and croutons. Although kind of odd for breakfast, it was so tasty. I actually ended up ordering this myself a few days later. For me, it was the watermelon with sesame cream, a huge slice of melon with house-made granola, frozen berries, and tofu cream. And again, a very odd meal, but so refreshing and a great combo. For mains, Ludwig nabbed the Razzle Dazzle breakfast of fried eggs, impossible patty, which was incredible by the way, roasted mushrooms, golden potatoes, and toast on the side, while I opted for the wild mushroom frittata, goat's cheese, artichoke, and arugula. See why we had to change positions, because that, my friends, is Majestic Princess ship, and they have taken our prime spot. But watch this space. I'm very sure we're going to be checking out the Majestic Princess someday soon. Little does Ludwig know. Welcome to day number 2 in Sydney. This morning we woke up rather early as our ship has actually changed position overnight. We saw why, because obviously that is a very prime parking position and it looks like Princess Cruises has taken that spot for today. We weren't too far from the original port stop, but we did have to get a tender this morning. So that tender only took around 5 minutes. I think we got the second one of the morning. Pretty funny as well though, because here were people just coming back on the ship from their night out in Sydney, yawning and looking rather sleepy. At our dinner the other night, when we got chatting to the Sydney locals, they told us that one thing we have to do, in fact their favourite thing that they love to do personally living in Sydney, is come to a place called Watson's Bay. So over at Circular Quay, we got a ferry over here to Watson's Bay. Took about 10 minutes, 10-15. We're here at Watson's Bay now. 20 minutes, really? Okay, 20 minutes. I'm not very good with times and measurements. So we're here at Watson's Bay, and apparently what we must do here is go to a place called The Gap. I looked briefly on Google Maps. It looks rather spectacular. So we're going to wander over to this gap and just see where the day takes us. We have to be back on the ship, all aboard at 1:30, no excuses. So we won't be lingering here for too long. Let's go. Watson's Bay is a harbourside neighbourhood located in the eastern suburbs of Sydney. It's known for its picturesque views, stunning beaches, and historical significance. It's a charming area with lots of waterfront dining, cafes, and coastal walks. One of its prominent landmarks is The Gap, which is a dramatic ocean cliff located at the entrance of Sydney Harbour. The Gap offers breathtaking views of the Pacific Ocean and is a popular spot for tourists and locals.
So we've made it to the Gap. It's absolutely stunning. I can highly recommend coming here. There is a little bit of a walk either side, so you can get sort of a different viewpoint of this natural wonder. Looking down at the waves crashing is pretty amazing. Would not want to get stuck swimming down there. We weren't really sure which direction to walk. I got chatting to a local and just said sort of which direction is what. We did notice there was a sign saying Manly and Bondi Walk pointing in different directions. Turns out if you have a lot of time, you can actually walk to the left and you're going to eventually get to Manly, but he did say it is quite a long, hefty walk. Alternatively, we can walk the opposite direction and it takes us to walk towards Bondi Beach. He said it's going to be around 6 kilometers. The locals that we sat with at dinner the other night did mention that they would recommend catching a bus there. If we had more time here, definitely would walk that direction to Bondi. I think it would take about an hour and a half. If you have a lot of time when you come here, maybe that would be a really fun option because it looks like these views would just be incredible the entire way, all the way to the beach. These guys are just hanging out literally everywhere. I've never seen this before. Hi, buddy. Hello. Hi. Hi. So we ended up catching the bus off to undoubtedly one of Australia's, if not the world's, most famous beaches, Bondi Beach. Bondi is known for its golden sand, turquoise waters and vibrant atmosphere, and it attracts millions of visitors every year. It's not just a beach though, it's a real cultural hub with lots of events going on, a thriving surf scene, trendy cafes, shopping malls and bustling markets. We, of course, take the opportunity to head to a trendy cafe for our second caffeine hit of the day. We settle on a place called The Depot. It was bustling with people, the food and coffee looked great, and there were lots of doggies. Now, yesterday's snack only led me to crave even more Vegimmite. Fortunately for me, The Depot offered the most delicious Vegimmite and cheese croissant. This thing was unbelievably yum. And to my surprise, Ludwig didn't say that this one tasted like sweaty old shoe. He actually liked it. See, I told you after a taste you'll eventually embrace that Aussie goodness. Shortly after returning to the ship, we drift away off to sea, ready to spend the next few days crossing the Tasman as we make our way toward New Zealand. A few hours later, we were excited to experience the wake for our evening meal. Having eaten here for breakfast a handful of times already, we knew we'd be in for a treat at dinner. The wake brings a modern twist to the classic chop houses of the mid-20th century. The menu has a strong focus on steak and seafood, with offerings such as clam chowder, pan-roasted salmon, steak, lamb, and lots of delicious sides. To start, we were given the most delicious warm pull-apart bread, complete with a garlic herb butter, and I could have eaten just this for dinner and been perfectly happy. But the meal continues to get better. Ludwig goes for the polenta, the vegetarian dish, while I opt for the roast chicken. Both were cooked to perfection and full of flavour. Accompanying this was garlic mushrooms and twice-baked potato with caramelised onion. Wow. And if you thought this dinner looked good, check out the dessert. We went for the lemon cheesecake with blackberry compote and cinnamon cookie crumble, as well as the chocolate mousse tart with hazelnuts and caramel. And we also decided to get the special dessert of the evening, because why not? We had walked at least 40,000 steps over the past few days, and crepes with ice cream seemed like an awesome decision. After dinner, we head to the manor for a late-night show named Lola's Library. This show takes the audience through an eclectic book collection including fairy tales, crime, horror, and beyond, blending between a cocktail soiree and an immersive cabaret with lots of circus in between. It was creative, full of fun, and
and lots of audience interaction. I believe there were 3 chapters, with a little break in between to grab a drink and stretch your legs. Sadly, we failed at our attempt to stay up for the whole show, as, you know, we love our sleep far too much.
Once again, we've come to the part of the video where you know what you're doing. You press that button, you hit that subscribe, you like that video. You do all the things necessary, and I will forever be grateful. Ludwig, out. Do it.